So this is my final poetry exam for CCP literature. The poem that I chose is Tears, Idle Tears by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Now this is an introduction to Alfred Lord Tennyson. He was a famous poet in the 1930s-ish era. He's one of the most famous and recognized Victorian poets. He went to college at Cambridge University, and he was part of a group called the Apostles, which was like a poetry group. And he was really close to Arthur Hallam, and when he died, he wrote a poem called In Memoriam, and that was kind of what kick-started his poetry career, and that made him very famous. So this is just the poem that I chose. It's you can't really see that. There we go. It's a 4-stanza poem, and it was basically the poem's about good days and like how days are no more, so about the past. So I summarize each stanza. So the first stanza starts by tears falling, but the person doesn't know where they're coming from except a deep desire in their heart. And so in the first stanza, there's a line where it talks about happy autumn fields, and this is kind of what the author is looking at. And this shows that no matter like where they're at or what they're seeing, how beautiful it is, you always will feel like a pain or an ache in your heart. The second stanza talks about the days that are no more, and looking back on them makes you sad, and also that you'll never relive those memories and have those emotions. And then the third one just gives details about the days that are no more, so it talks about birds chirping out on the windows and stuff like that. And then the last stanza is after death and love, and saying that there's wild regrets and everything's just beautiful, like even the pain is beautiful, and that the days are no more are still as beautiful as the days to come. An overall summary is that the days that are lost, thinking about the days that are no more, brings up emotions from the past. But it doesn't matter how beautiful your life is right now, there's always still scars from your past that will hurt you. But the days that are no more for a reason. So a description of the layout of the poem. The poem didn't really have a specific rhyme scheme, but one thing that was really cool about it is at the end of every stanza, it ended with the line, the days that are no more. And I thought that the author used this to help keep the reader's mind focused on remembering the days that are no more and how important it is and how it's the main takeaway from the poem. So for my 2 topics, I chose the theme. The theme is how powerful the past can impact your future. And I thought the author was using this to show that a person's past can stick with them through their whole life and shape how the person's future is. And most people can use their past for good, but it can also be used to kind of harm people's futures, and especially people that have bad pasts usually tend to never outlive that cycle. And so you have to overcome these struggles, like I said. And then a quote that I said that was relating to letting go is, "Oh, death and life, the days that are no more." I said that this was used because you'll lose people in your life and lose yourself, but you have to live still because that's all you can do. And you can't control who leaves or what happens, but you can control to keep going and moving forward. And then this adds meaning to the text by the poem being very sad at the end, and the sadness is still there, but you have to look at the past and the sadness as a learning experience. I chose the setting as my other analysis because in this poem there really isn't a specific setting, but they do use, the author did use terms like happy autumn fields, and other things like a cassette for a window or a casemate, and it says being glittering on a sail. So it uses descriptions like this to kind of show the past or the memories. That's what I took away from it, that he used the description words to kind of give a flashback of the sadness memories or the days that are no more. And a quote that exemplifies this is, "I'm looking on the happy autumn fields and thinking of the days that are no more." I said that this could show that when alone looking into the unknown, people are often scared and thinking about how they got there and like the struggles that they went through and all that, and things that they have overcome. And then the setting, how it adds meaning to the text, I said that it adds meaning to a mysterious wave of like where the sadness comes from, because a lot of people are sad but don't know the whole root of it. So, and I said that this would describe the poem as tears from the depth of some divine despair. It shows that how there is no exact understanding place of where sadness comes, but it can be present in everyone's life, and it lives inside them. So thanks.